Heavyweight class here in Millport. 5 good teams of heavyweights. Everybody hitches to this load. It is 4,500 pound load. We might run out of weight today. We had all the weight on for the lightweights. One of the teams went 18 feet, so if that doesn't break too, we might run out of weight, or we'll have to put some men on the sled. Or maybe we'll turn it into a distance pull. Seth Owens, first team to hitch to 4,500. He's got Lori on the offside, and on the near side is Prince. He's from Clearfield, Pennsylvania. He put on that nice pull we saw a couple weeks ago. Mike Bueller from Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. This is his, not the team you saw in Clearfield. This is his real team here today. That was his B team. Mike always has a top team and an up-and-coming team. Carl Root, first time out with heavyweights this year. He's got GB and Rip, and this is Rip's first time ever at a hospital. Carl's from Bolivar. Nothing to it. My pal Chris Armisen, his twin brother Caleb hooking, and Joe Perrin. 4,500 with Andy on this side and Buster on the other side. Over the rope. Not that time, he's got her. Gonna take her home, back to Farmersville Station. I'm on the wrong end, I thought we were coming back this way. This is Randy Brundage from Oramel. Going the distance, all 5 teams have crossed 45. So see that orange ribbon? If the sled is past that orange ribbon, you have to go the other way. But if it's not past that, you can still go this direction. That'll come into play with third hitches here as when it gets heavy. Seth Owens. Prince and Laurie. Seth is a truck driver. He hauls doubles for UPS. All 5 guys in the contest are truck drivers to some degree. So coming up is Mike Bueller, Seth's buddy. He's from Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. Charlie and Pete is his good team. Mike owns a gravel company, which of course comes with trucks, and some sawmill business. And of course you're always hauling logs and lumber and chips and stuff. So Mike could be a truck driver too, to some degree. I think his general occupation is hell of a businessman. And you're gonna see today he's a hell of a horse puller. Carl's a truck driver also. He's got log trucks and dump trucks. He hauls equipment, has an excavating and a logging business. He's a do-it-all guy, as are all the Roots. Chris Armisen. Chris has a farm up in Centerville. And Chris will spend quite a lot of time driving truck on the farm. He's a farmer, dairy farmer, but first that comes with driving truck. And he also drives fire truck. The volunteer fire company, an ambulance. Randy Brundage from Oramel, right in Allegheny County. I know Randy drives truck sometimes as well. Got a nice little farm on Crawford Creek. Crossing 4,500. All 5 teams are across. We'll put 1,000 pounds on and do it all over again. Go from Lori's side this time. Seth Owens. First team to hitch to 6,500. Lori and Prince.
All the way for the Seth Owens team.
Mike Bueller coming on in with Charlie and Pete. Did you say Pedro? I did not say Pedro. Hey man, don't you pick on me. Shut up, Pedro. We're watching a horse pull. Mike Bueller tight tugging it. 6,500 across.
All the way.
GB and Rip. Carl Root team. I always say horse pulling's a lot better when there's a Root team of heavyweights in the pull. Rip first time at a horse pull. And I think GB's eating the whole evener, 2 inches. Filming from Buster's side this time. Buster and Andy. Chris Armisen team. That's a stallion if you got any mares you want to get bred. Jim Katie's up in the announcer stand. He kind of puts this bull on. Heck of a guy. Jim just said Chris's horses always look the best, and he's damn right. Always some beautiful horses when Chris comes out. And they pull. Randy Brundage, kind of a small pair of heavyweights. They someday will get into the lights. They may have been in the lights at Angelica. Nice draw on 6,500. Sam Stevens and Randy Van Housen are our judges today. An Allegheny County Highway Department worker and a retired Allegheny County Highway Department worker. Keeping the road smooth in Allegheny County, they were. I don't know who we got to thank for the tractor. I'm guessing Moons and Ulysses. Maybe next year we ought to make sure that's a blue one. 7,500. 5 teams qualified for this load. 6 lightweight teams crossed this load. Seth Owens is first to hitch. And all the way for Seth. Charlie and Pete, Mike Bueller's team. Pipsqueak and Pedro are gonna keep their mouths shut now. 7,500. I won't shut up. You can't silence me. Two teams have hooked to 75 and 2 have crossed it. Here's your lightweight winner, Carl Root. He's got a team in the heavy class, GB and Rip. I get it, Rip from Yellowstone. Good job, Carl. Buster and Andy, Chris Armisen team, looking to 7,500. Like it's not even there. Randy Brundage. Got him where he wants him. Take him off. 7.5 feet, first hitch. And Randy's gonna call that a day. He got a small team, small for heavyweight team, big for lightweights. Took 75 for 100 for a ride and called it a day. We're gonna add $1,000, it'll be 8,500. That's 8,500 pounds. That was the lightweight load. 6 of us qualified for this load. Only 3 of us hooked to it. And the long draw was 18 feet, leaving Carl Root the winner in the lightweights on this load. We have 4 teams of heavyweights qualified, and we're gonna have some of them cross this. That's all the weight we have. My guess is we're gonna have 3 teams cross this. And after that, my guess is we're gonna have 2 teams cross this. But after that, we'll have to add more weight. Somebody will sit on the sled. That's the old-fashioned way. We'll put 2 or 3 big men on there. First team to latch on to this. Getting them ready right now. Seth Owens, Larry, and Prince. We're ready to draw. Seth Owens, first team to take a stab at 8,500, and he has a uphill hitch right there. We'll see what the old boys do on it. Boy and girl they are.
Five.
11 foot 5 inches, or feet as it is in 5 inches. Mike Bueller down there holding eveners with one hand and driving the horses with the other. He's just like his dad Jack. He's all man. Mike's dad Jack held the world record for heavyweight horse pulling for a while, for a long time. Now he's partners with somebody. I can't remember the name of it was under. He was quite a horse puller. He also, his dad Jack also competed in the lumberjack sports. Was quite noted at that. Mike's made quite a name for himself in the business world, in the horse pulling world. But best of all, he's a good buddy to all of us. Great man. Charlie and Pete, see if they can go the distance with this. I think they can, but it won't be easy. I was wrong. It was easy. Easy for me to say. I wasn't out front there. Mike did a heck of a job. The Bolivar, New York team. GB and Rip. Carl Root driving. James Tingu and Laurie Root helping hitch. What a hitch. What a start. Now there's something to be proud of. First time out for that horse and crossing that load. That's why he's Carl Root. Now he did have a good hitch, but you can't take away from what those horses did. That was sweet. And that was nasty because Chris Armisen does have an ugly hitch now. I think he can do it, but it's going to be almost a load different coming this direction. So you remember the lightweights, this is exactly where Tony Solomon had it, and they worked at it to get 8 feet and 9 feet. We'll see what heavyweights do in the same spot on the same load. They say it's heavy. 12 feet, first hitch. Hey, they're working at it. Just pulls hard. About 12 feet again. 13 maybe. 12. 12 feet, 8 inches. Third hitches, and there are 2. We got Seth Owens and Chris Armisen. Now, that sled's sitting in a better spot than it was. Seth Owens. This could be the pull here. We'll see. Seth has a pretty decent hitch here. I don't remember what he had, not quite as far as Chris did, but he's in a lot better spot now. And if he moves that a dozen feet or more, that's going to be in an ugly spot for Chris to take his third. Just the way it goes. And I think he just did that. I think he got out 12 feet 9 inches, just ahead of Chris. 13 even, maybe.
14-1.
14-1.
14-1. That'll be a Tyson distance. Better than a little bit.
And Chris, has Chris got room to go? Chris does not have room to go. That's tough. Chris has got a hitch here going the other way. He had 2 good efforts, and 12-8 or something was his best effort. Just behind Seth. Got to cross it to get on the next load, and 2 teams have crossed. And I'll guarantee you, no matter what happens, Carl Root's not hitching again. That was that one horse's first horse pull. Carl's not going to ask too much out of Rip the first time. Chris is all done. That is probably your contest. Looks like, I bet Carl Root's going to quit. So it'll be Mike Bueller, Carl Root, Seth Owens, Chris Armisen, and Randy Brundage. Well, it's a draw for first place. 2 teams have qualified, crossed that 8,500 pound load. That's all the weight we had anyway. We'd had to put men on there. Carl Root and Mike Bueller both crossed that load, and neither one of them wants to hitch. Carl's got a young horse. Mike doesn't love rough footing. He doesn't want them to stumble, so Mike doesn't want to hitch. Like Mike Bueller just told me here off camera, because they split for this, and because Mike Bueller was first in the lineup and he quit first, that leaves Carl Root the winner. And Mike would be second, and as I said, Seth third, Chris fourth, Randy Brundage fifth. And that's kind of what happened in the lightweights. We had a 3-way tie for third place. Jamie's 2 teams and me. And Jamie was ahead of me and behind me because of where we are in the lineup and when we quit. Carl Root, double winner today. Heavyweights and lightweights. You got Marty Hopkins watching. You remember him from the logging videos up in Sardinia.
Got a correction here. Carl Root is number 1. Mike Bueller is number 2. The reason for this is because
Lori tells you you're number 1 all the time, doesn't she? She only uses 1 finger.
Yeah, that's the way the rules read.
My best brother.
Told you, horse pulling's better when the Roots have a heavyweight team. This boy here is his first time out. First time out, and he won. How about that? Hey, we did that last year with a Root horse. We had Billy Wayne. We hooked him with Elvis up to East Arcade. First time out for Billy Wayne, and he won. So, and that was Lori's horse at the time.
So that puts Carl Root number
There's your
1.
winner.
Mike Bueller number 2.
They split for first, and because of the way they were in the lineup, Carl won.
Chris Armisen number 4. Randy Brundage number 5.
He's the man behind this pole. We appreciate him. Lori's checking draft and checking everything, making sure it fits good.
Yep, you're right in there.
And the blue ribbon, purple ribbon, 2 of them today.
Thank you.
You got team in the minis too?
No.